Hola, buenos días estudiantes, buenas tardes a las clases de la tarde. Hoy es día A y tenemos un examen, un sumativo hoy. Y la foto aquí con el gato dice, ¿cuándo es día de examen? Y la cara del gato dice, I know. We're going to do a little bit of practice first today, and then we will get you off to take your summative. So, if you would, grab your chromies. Por favor, sacan los chromies, and you are going to do a quick warm-up using Edpuzzle, which the link should be right in Schoology, and I believe it's like 2 minutes or so. Talking about likes and doing some listening practice as it pertains to the verb gustar. So go ahead and get that taken care of. And come on back and we will continue on. All right, so today is definitely el día del examen. So you're going to be demonstrating your proficiency of vocabulary, specifically your verbs that we've been working on, and grammar in terms of the verb gustar, specifically with me, te, and lay. So we've done the Edpuzzle review. We're going to do speaking and writing practice with gustar, and then you're going to take the summative. So with that in mind, my goal is that you are off to taking the summative with about 40 minutes left of class, just to give you enough time to not feel rushed. In total, it's 34 points. There are 19 questions on it, so there are a couple that are multiple points. All right. So you need the little half sheet, media hoja de papel de verde. When you get your half sheet, your first task is to quickly fill in the corresponding Spanish verb for each of those English meanings. For example, the very first one says to swim. So in that space, you would write nadar. The second one says to write, W-R-I-T. ¿Qué significa to write en inglés? Or en español, perdóname. Escribir. So that second one you would write escribir. So quickly as you can, you're going to run through, jot down those infinitive verbs. If you're not sure, skip it, move on to the next one. And then you can grab your blue sheet to quick check those. So, all right, now that we have the verbs, your task is that you need to find classmates that can answer yes, that they like to do that activity. So, you're going to move around the classroom. You need to ask the question, te gusta, and then one of the verbs. So if they respond no, then their response would be no, no me gusta, and that verb. You can continue to ask them a question until you get a yes answer. So until they say, sí, me gusta, and whatever you asked. Then you can write their name in that box. Once you've done that, you then can also give them an additional piece of information. So notice we ask the question, te gusta, you respond, me gusta, and then the third piece is that you're going to tell them about another classmate. So to do that, you're going to say and their name, le gusta, and one of the items that you have someone else's name. Now, they don't get to choose. So given that you don't get to see their green paper, they're not going to see yours. You're going to randomly pick something, which means, pobrecito, it is possible, es posible, que ellos no necesitan esta caja o este verbo, that they don't need that one. Lo siento. Then you're going to say adios and continue on your way. Your goal is to get all 20 squares filled with names as quickly as possible. They do need to have a variety of names in them. So it is possible you'll come across someone that tells you the same name of someone you've already talked to. That's okay. You can't, however, ask multiple questions and get multiple yes answers from the same person. The only way their name is going to be on your sheet multiple times is if someone else tells you about them. So, un ejemplo. So I would walk up to you and I would say, hola, ¿te gusta nadar? And they're going to decide, no, no me gusta nadar. So I can ask a follow-up question. I could say, ¿te gusta escribir? And they're going to say, sí, me gusta escribir. So I'll write their name. If I don't know their name, ¿cómo te llamas? And I can write that in. And then I'm going to provide them information. So I might say, a Julieta le gusta escuchar música, if that happens to be who I have in for that square. And then adios, off to my next person. All right, go ahead and pause this, and you're off to ask questions. All right, follow up then. On the back of your sheet of paper, I want you to write 2 questions. So using any of those 25 verbs, write the question that says, do you like, and one of those activities. Okay, now I want you to answer those 2 questions as though you were just asked them. So if it says, te gusta escribir, you're going to decide either yes, I like to write, or no, I don't. So sí, me gusta escribir, or no, comma, no me gusta escribir. All right, lastly, you're going to write 2 sentences, any 2 using different information from the other side to tell us about what 2 of your classmates like to do. So in that case, you're going to write a sentence that says, a so-and-so le gusta, and that activity. All right, muy bien. If you would, go ahead and pass those pieces of paper in and grab your Chromies otra vez. We're going to do a quick Kahoot review, and then you are off to the summative. So on the Kahoot, it's very similar to what you will see on that summative, in that some of the questions will require a form of gustar. Some of the questions will require that you plug in your pronouns, the mete, nos, and les. Although on the test today, you only have to have mete and lay. So those are the 3 that we're going to focus on for this summative. It might have multiple spaces, so you might have to put both of those. It might have a question and you're choosing the correct answer. So there's just a variety of what might be there. All right, it's summative time. So for your summative today, it's in Schoology. You may not use your notes. You may not use any other site. So you specifically or only are allowed to be in Schoology. And when you're done, you're going to go ahead and close up your Chromebook. If you've got something non-electronic to work on, you go right ahead. Otherwise, you can put your head down and take a rest. You can work on an assignment. You can choose to read a book for leisure. You may not be on your Chromebook on a different site, nor can you be on your phones.